Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to solve mathematics IGCSE paper, which is May June 2015 paper 2. Coming to question number 1, which says that you have to write this number in standard form. So how do we write in the standard form? We take the decimal from the end in the beginning, which will become 5.34 into 10 power 7. How does this 7 come? As many number of places you move the decimal, as much will be the power of 10. And when you move on the left side, the power will be positive. Question number 2 says that a doctor starts work at 20:40 and finishes work at 6:10 the next day. How long is the doctor at work? Give your answer in hours and minutes. So first of all, you're going to make this into the number of hours minus 24 hours. 20:40 minus 24, which will give you 3 hours and 20 minutes. And the other day it was 6 hours and 10 minutes. So when you will add these two, you'll get 9 hours 30 minutes, which was pretty much easy question. Question number 3 is 81 power x equals 3. So I have written the instruction over here. If you press on the calculator 81 power x, then you press the shift and solve button, which will give you this equal sign, and you put 3 over there, you will get 0.25. You have to put this whole line as it is in the calculator. You'll get the exact answer. Question number 4 gives a set of numbers, and the A part says that a number is removed from this list and the median and range do not change. Write down this number. So you know that range is what maximum minus minimum. And what is the median? Median is 20, right? So how we can write this number if we arrange it in ascending order? So it becomes 3, 7, 9, 9, and 20. So the 9 over here is median. How we will get the number which is removed? Obviously, it's the number before the median. So that becomes 7. It says that, and the B part says an extra number is included in the original list and the mod does not change. Write down a possible value for this number. Okay, so if you see that already we have 9 as the mod, so if we just write another number 9, the same number, the mod will not change. The 9 will remain as a mod. Coming to question number 5, which says that a biased four-sided dice is rolled. The possible scores are 1, 2, 3, or 4. The probability of rolling a 1, 3, or 4 is shown in the table. So you have to complete the table. How can you get the probability? If you subtract all the if you add all the values, I'm so sorry. If you add all the values and subtract it from 1, you'll be getting 0.2, which is the missing value. Question number 6 says that you have to solve this given equation for W. How you can solve it? First of all, you will move this 5 on the other side. 5 is multiplying over here in this equation. On the other side, 5 will divide. Okay. So what will you get? 6 into 10 power 4 divided by 5. Now 4 into 10 power 3 is adding on this side. It will move on the other side and will get subtracted. You know, if we move on the either side of the equation, if something is adding over here, it will get subtracted on the other side. So if you put the entire equation in the calculator, you'll be getting 8,000 directly, and then you can convert it into scientific notation, as the question already is in scientific notation, which will give us 8 into 10 power 3. Question 7 is followed by a diagram which says that the diagram above shows two straight lines AE and BD intersecting at C. Angle ABC and angle EDC are equal to each other. Triangles ABC and EDC are congruent. Write down two properties of line segment AB and DE. So these are the line segments we are talking about, AB and DE. If you see that they are congruent triangles, means the lengths are same. So we can say that the length of these two segments are same. Plus, we can also say that they are parallel to each other. So the two options will be parallel and same length. Question number 8 says that it's given a set of numbers and it says that find the nth term of this sequence. So if you get the first order difference, the difference between 5 to 11 is 6. If you add 6 and 5, you get 11. Then if you add 10 and 11, you get 21. The next difference is 14, and then the other one is 18. Okay, and then if you get the second order difference, the difference between the numbers is 4, 6, 10, 14, and 8. So they are giving us at a difference of 4. How can we write the nth term over here? So we have to write n square because the second order difference is involved, and then over here with n square we'll put a 2 because we need to make it 5. So it will be 2n square plus 3. Write the recurring decimal as 0.25 is a fraction, 0.25, and there is this dot coming up on the 5, which means that the number 5 is repeated several times, right? So if we write it like this way, x equals 0.2555. What if I multiply the x with 100? So x with 100 multiplication will give us 100x, and over here if I multiply this number with 100, I will get 25.555. And then if I multiply with 10, I'll get 10x, and over here I'll get 2.555. Now simply just subtract the two equations. 100 minus 10 will be 90x, and on the other side we have 23. X over here will be 23 divided by 90. 90 is multiplying with x, so on the other side 90 will divide. That's how you get the equation. Question number 10 says that 1 year ago Ahmed's height was 114 centimeter. Today his height is 120 centimeter. Both measurements are correct to the nearest centimeter. Work out the upper bound for the increase in Ahmed's height. So how we can get the upper bound? First of all, for 120 the upper bound will be 120.5, and for 114 because it's less than 120 its lower bound will be 113.5. So if you just simply subtract the upper and lower bound, you get the difference, or you can say the increase in Ahmed's height, which is 7. Question number 11 is followed by a matrix which says that find the inverse of the given matrix M. And you know the formula for the inverse of matrix is adjoint of M divided by the mod of M, right? So how we can get the adjoint? In adjoint, what you simply do is for these two numbers you change their positions. Like minus 2 will come on 3's place and 3 will come on minus 2, and then for these two numbers you just change their signs, right? So I have written it over here, and then this determinant of M, how do you get the determinant? Just cross multiplying them, right? And like this, you when you'll solve it, you'll get 1 by 5 into the given matrix. This is the inverse of the matrix M. Question number 12 is followed by a fraction, a very easy question though. It says that 4 by 5 is divided by 2 whole 2 by 3, and the question says that without a calculator you have to work out, and then you have to show all the steps for your working as well. So first of all, how to make this a proper fraction? So you will be multiplying denominator 3 with this 2. 3 times 2 is 6, and then you will add it in the numerator, which is 2. So 6 plus 2 turns out to be 8. So this is 4 by 5 divided by 8 by 3. How do we solve the division fractions? So the division sign will be changed into the multiplication sign, and the fraction after the division sign will be flipped over, like we'll take the reciprocal of that. So if it is 8 by 3, it will become 3 by 8. Now in the cross form you can cancel the terms which are possible to cancel, and then over here we get 3 by 10. 3 by 10 is the simplest form of this fraction. We cannot solve it further, so that will be your answer. Question number 13 gives us a square. It says that the A part says that ABCD is a square. Find the value of x. So one side we have 7, and then this side we have x minus 4. We know that the square has four equal sides, right? So we'll just put them equal to each other. X minus 4 will be equal to 7. From here minus 4 will move on the other term, and x will become 7 plus 4, which will be 11. The B part says that the square ABCD is an isosceles triangle EFG have the same perimeter. Work out the length of FG. This length you have to find, right? So the perimeter of square, we know the formula, that is 4L. It is 4 into 7 because L we just calculated. Actually, we know that 7 centimeters, so you get 28. Okay. Now over here you will put it equal to this given perimeter. How will you do that? 2 into x minus 1 plus fg. Fg is unknown and perimeter is given to be 28. So from here you will solve this equation for fg, and x we have just calculated in part A, which is 11. So you'll put the values over here, and then fg will turn out to be 8. If you have any problem coming up in the questions, you can put it in the comments and we can make a separate video on that. Question number 14 shows a diagram which is a channel of water. The channel lies on horizontal ground. This channel has a constant rectangular cross section with area 0.95. The channel is full and the water flows through the channel at a rate of 4 meter per minute. It says that calculate the number of cubic meters of water that flows along the channel in 3 hours. So we will just simply multiply the area with the this length given 4 meters, 0.95 by 4 meter. And yes, we have to convert this 3 hours into minutes because we have to consider the time as well. So 3 hours into minutes will be 3 hours multiplied by 60. You'll just simply multiply all the values. Here you get 684. Question number 15 is a single, you have to write it as a single fraction in the simplest form. So the two fractions are subtracting from each other. It means that we need to take LCM of that. LCM will be x plus 2 into x minus 5. So over here in this term, you will multiply this with 2x minus 5 and 4 will be multiplied with x plus 2. I have written this step over here. Now, if you simplify this, 3 times 2x will be 6x, minus 3 times 5 is 15, minus 4 times x is 4x. And over here, don't forget to multiply the signs as well. Plus minus will be a minus. 4 times 2 will be 8. And the denominator remains the same. From here, if you simplify the like terms, you'll get 2x minus 23 by x plus 2 into 2x minus 5. Question number 16 is a set of questions which are actually the calculator based. So part A shows that 1 by 4 power zero point 0.5. So if you'll put it exactly in the calculator, you'll get 1 by 2. Similarly for part 2, if you put it in the calculator, you'll get 4. And then part B specifically says that use a calculator to find the decimal value. So put it exactly the same way in the calculator, you'll get 1.37. The next question shows the diagram of and the straight line which passes through the point 0, 3 and 4, 11. Find the equation of the line in the form of y equals mx plus c. So we have the points given, we have to find the slope, and with point slope formula we can make the equation. So over here how we can find the slope, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So these are your values, x1 y1 x2 y2. So if you subtract them, the slope turns out to be 2. Now coming back to this formula, y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. You will just put the values here. Y remains the same. Y1 will be your 11, and then 2 into x minus x1. This will be x minus 4. If you solve it over here, you'll get y equals 2x plus 3. If you see, this is the same like this equation which was required. Line P is perpendicular to the line L, write down the gradient. So when the line is perpendicular to the other line, what you have to do, you have to just take the reciprocal of the slope and put a negative sign. So the reciprocal of 2 will be 1 by 2 and a negative sign with that. This question shows a diagram which is the front face of a barn. The width of the barn is 12 meters, height is 8 meter, and the sides are both of height 5 meters. If you just observe, as I've shaded this area, we can see that this is one of the trapezium. So we can consider that these are two trapeziums over here. Okay, so the trapezium formula is half into L plus B multiplied by height. So you can simply multiply the trapezium formula with 2 because we are having two trapeziums. Here we'll put the values. Length is 8, breadth is 5 and height is 6. 2 and 2 cancel with each other. When you'll add these two, you get 13. 13 multiplied by 6 will be 78 meters square. This is the answer for part A. Part B says that the length of the barn is 15 meter. So this is the now lengthwise diagram. In part A, we calculated this part of the barn. This diagram is showing the front face. Now you have to calculate the volume. So we have the area over here in the front face. What we will do is we'll simply multiply it with the volume. Length of the barn, and this way you'll get the volume. 78 times 15 will be 1170. Okay, so in this question, you have to draw the locus points which are 4 centimeter from C. What exactly you have to do is that you will open the compass of 4 centimeter, and from point C you will draw a circle over here. And then in part B you have to use a straight edge in compass only, construct the locus points. So from A and B you will draw these two arcs. Wherever they meet you'll draw the straight line, and then you have to in C part shake the region which is less than 4 centimeter from C and nearer to B than A. So you see this part is near to B than the A part, so you will just simply shake this part. Alright, question 20 is a Venn diagram which is given over here, and it says that M is the set of odd numbers, N is the set of multiples of 3, and then the set belongs from the number 1 less than or equal to x less than equals 12. Means we have the set of numbers from 1 to 12. Then for M we just have the odd numbers. Odd numbers over here are 3, 9, 1 is there, and 11 is there. And then for n we have 3, 6, 9 and 12, which are multiples of 3. So you have to find the number of values in the set n. So we can see there are the 4 values. Then you have to write the set over here in the B part, which says that the M intersection N means the same ones, so they are 3 and 9. And then you have to write a subset that write down a set of P where P is a subset of M. So you can either write null set, or you can write that P is having the values 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Okay, so in this question, we're given with the equation, and it says that f of x can be written in the form x plus m square plus n. Find the value of m and the value of n. So you can apply that completing square method in this question, where you have to add the square of half of b on the both sides. So you can see the value of b over here is 4. So if we do the half of 4, that is 2, and we have to take the square. So 2 square on both sides we will be adding, and from here this equation I can write generally as x plus 2 whole square, which is actually the completing square. And then from here minus 6 minus 2 square turns out to be 10. So the value of m will be 2 as per this equation, and the value of n will be 10 minus 10 as per this equation. In part B, you have to use your answers in the part A to find the positive solution. So over here, you'll be using the quadratic formula, which is minus b positive negative of under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. You will just put the values of a, b, and c and solve for this, as they're saying that you have to find positive solution. So we will ignore negative 5.17 and 1.16 will be the answer. And just to mention the values of a, b, and c, so the coefficient of x square is the value of a, the coefficient of x is the value of b, and the constant number is the value of c. Okay, this question has given us a graph of distance against cumulative frequency, and it says to find the 80th percentile. So the value over here, the cumulative frequency diagram shows information about distance traveled in kilometer by 60 people. So we have to find this 80th percentile. So 60 will be multiplied by 80%. And how do we get that 80% in numbers? So it is simply 80 divided by 100. So 60 into 80 by 100 will give you 48. And then you have to get the interquartile range. So this will be 60 into 75% subtracted by 60 into 25%. From here you'll get the interquartile range. And then the number of people who traveled more than 60 kilometers. So if you just draw a line from 60 kilometers and take it till that graph line, you get 55, and then 60 minus 55 will be 5. So from here we'll extend it on y-axis, you get 55 over here. Next question shows the diagram for a speed time graph for 120 seconds for a car journey. Calculate the deceleration during the first 20 seconds. So the car deceleration means that the negative acceleration, right? When the car's velocity is decreasing. So it started from 18 and then it reduced to 10. So how we can calculate 18 minus 10 will be your velocity, that like this is the final velocity, and then this is your next velocity 10. You will subtract 18 minus 10 and the time is 20, so you'll get 0 0.4. Calculate the total distance traveled by the car. So basically the area under the graph is your total distance. If you see that this much of the area is a rectangle, and then we have two triangles, so you can simply apply the formula of rectangle and the two triangles. For example, over here for a rectangle it will be 120. You see over here the last value is 120, and opposite that it is 10. So 120 into 10 plus the area for these two triangles. The area for triangle is half into base into height, so you will just simply add the two areas into the area of rectangle, and here you get the value for the total distance traveled. And then you have to calculate the average speed for 120-second journey. So this total distance will be divided by 120, and the answer will be the average speed. The next question has a function of f of x and g of x. We have to find g of 3 of x in the part A. It means that wherever you have x in the g function, you'll put 3x, and from here 3x square, because we have x square. For x we put 3x, and 3x square will be 9x square. Then we have to find the inverse function of f of x is 3x plus 5. For inverse, we'll put y equals 3x plus 5, and from here we'll make y the subject, and that will be x minus 5 by 3. And then in the C part, we have to find f of x. So first of all, write the f as it is and put the value of f of x, which is 3x plus 5. And then consider this as x, and then again put the value 3x plus 5 again. And from here, 3 into 3 will be 9x plus 15 plus 5. And if you add 15 plus 5, you get 9x plus 20. So that was all from this paper. I hope you guys had some points from the paper and it helped you a lot in preparation. And if you want some specific paper for me to solve, you can add it in the comment section. I'll surely come up with that. Don't forget to share it with your friends, and hit that like button if you like the video. Thank you.